Welcome to another episode of the Learn Recruiter podcast. I'm your host, Brett Clemenson, and today I really want to stress to you the importance of creating a recovery plan before you actually need it. Now, recruitment, it's a champagne and razor blade business if you're not consistent, okay? And a lot of you are not consistent, and I can tell you exactly why. Because how often have you had, I'll give you a scenario, how often have you had one of those big juicy deals just sitting in your pipeline? You know, it's a bigger than normal fee that you're sitting there on, and you see it, and it skews all your numbers. And when you're doing your month planning or your quarter planning, you're looking at it going, if that one lands, oh mama, if that one lands, that's gonna make or break my month, or make or break my quarter. And I think a lot of people get paralyzed. They just can't see beyond that one because they put so much energy and support and time into it to make sure that it happens, that all the other good generation, all the other stuff that kind of got them there falls by the wayside. So I have this thing, right? When I see in anyone's pipeline a big deal, like first interview, so be kind of like midway through the process, and I go, look, that one's a significant deal. The next, between now and 2 weeks from now, is we're going to work out whether that deal happens or not. Okay, it's probably going to be a 2-week cycle until we go, that's a deal or not. Let's not wait until 2 weeks' time to find out that it's not happening, to freak the fuck out and then go, shit, I've got to now plug that gap. Let's do it now. And what I would like to do is bundle this logic. So what I would say to anyone listening to this, if you've got a big deal on your pipeline right now, which I hope a bunch of you do, look at it in isolation up on your board and go, cool, it's worth, let's just say it's worth 50K. I want you today, between now and the end of the week, work out what are you hedging that 50K with. So what do I mean by that? It might be just one candidate on a really high salary with a nice fee and it's sitting there. Well, let's find it. Like, you might not find another one of those. The first thing I would look at though is a backup. Can you find backup candidates for that role? So if you've got one candidate, one role that's looking really nice, is that candidate replicatable? They may not be. They may just be a very unique candidate. And in that case, there's not much you can do about that. What you can do is try and find that candidate multiple options, okay? We hedge it that way. However, there is still risk on that because you've got a very unique candidate worth a lot of money and you're starting to focus on it. And what we don't want is for you to end in 2 weeks' time this process and find out that it didn't happen, because it's going to gut you, right? We don't want to have to deal with that problem then. Right now, you've got the energy. Right now, everything's optimistic. It's feeling good. It looks good. That's when you do the work because you've got the spring in your step to do it. So what we'll do is we'll look underneath and go, what's your average fee? It's 20. I need you to find 2 more, 3 more deals that we're going to stick underneath that. So that bundle is worth 50 grand. We're going to make 50 grand in here somehow. That's how we're going to compartmentalize our pipeline right now. We're not going to bank on just this one juicy candidate with the juicy fees and whatever. We're gonna hedge it. We're gonna put 50 grand worth of deals underneath of that. May not even be related. Might not have anything to do with that deal, but it's more of a psychological thing. So that if that big deal falls off, in your mind you're still going, cool. Well, I've secured that 50 grand because I've got these other deals going now. Because they're a lot easier to make deals or get deals going when you're in a good frame of mind. When you're in a bad frame of mind, i.e. that deal that was worth so much money drops off and then the world's falling apart, everything feels doom and gloom, try and generate deals then, because I bet all you want to do is quit. So this is my advice to you today. Look for your big out of the ordinary deals. Stop focusing on them. I mean, do the work you need to do. You know, make sure you've twilight them, make sure that you've looked at all the gaps within that deal, you've talked to a colleague, you've done everything you can to prep the candidate, prep the client. You've done what you normally do with deals, but now let's go and hedge it. Let's go and strengthen the 50K. It has nothing to do with that candidate or the clients. It's about the money now. Okay, so we want to guarantee ourselves that we're going to make the 50. There is a scenario where you make all of that and all of a sudden you've made 100, and that's even better, right? So it's about magnetizing the energy, you know, getting the focus and really creating that recovery plan before you need it. Because the moment you're in recovery mode on your pipeline and on your desk, it's a shit show. Like it's not a great place to be. You want to be ahead of the curve. That's all I have time for you today. Recovery plan before you need it. It's so simple. Okay, if anyone wants any more tips on this, feel free to message me. I get a lot of people pinging me these days. I love it. I actually love it. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. I get a lot of kicks out of it. We've got 50,000 views per month across all our platforms now for the Lone Recruiter. So thank you guys. Whatever you're doing is working. All your likes, all your shares, all your comments. I see them all. I love them. Thank you. So yeah, send this one out. Share, like, subscribe. Helps us grow, clearly. Have an amazing day. As always, may all your deals and your recovery plan pipelines come true.